lends me all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, we giving a show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever.
Autumn has come to upstate New York, and we find ourselves at New Era Field in Orchard Park. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Buffalo Bills. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep, and he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. At their own 19-yard line.
They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. To throw on 2nd and 6, Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. On 2nd and 2, Mahomes buying time to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now here's Mahomes. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. White now to return. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that.
They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. Calais Campbell on the stop.
Not a whole lot there after the penalty, but remember, it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10, so now they can keep grinding out first downs and good things can happen for them. Just 2nd and short coming up.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself. I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know. Defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, They want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for him. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 23. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
Fight on these two. Fight on these two.
On 2nd and 15 now. Mahomes. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Emerson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Hey, 15.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And Mahomes is going to go down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
53, Mike, 53. Watch the backer.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They're going to look to throw. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Check 981. Check 99.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Flushed out right. And that's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now a loose football. The ball comes out.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Singletary, they'll run for it. Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or two. No dice for Sean McDermott in the offense. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
First down, Kansas City.
Yellow. By 7, let's go. 49 the mic, Mark 49. You gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this?
Mahomes now on 1st down. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On 2nd down, Williams. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back. This size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Dancing to his left, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Star Latulippe in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. On the return, it's White. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Aguilar has it. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
That'll go down as a loss of 8, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and very long.
53 is the mic. Bring it. Bring it.
Now back to throw. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go deep over the middle, and he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Here's Hill on the return. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Their own 46-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got it. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this 1st half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. It's Hill, complete. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Chiefs have taken the lead.
Well, someone has a sense of the dramatic here, don't they? Scoring this late in the half to take the lead going into the locker room.
Now they just don't want to misstep misfortune on the next kickoff because there's still a little bit of time left on that clock.
Yeah, you do have to bring that up, don't you? In the NFL, every play is critical. And if you give up something cheap there, all that advantage they just gained goes right out the window.
That's fielded in the end zone. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone.
Let's go, baby.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game. Yet
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 20. 10, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Devin Singletary, his second touchdown on the season, and the Bills have retaken the lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And that is caught for the 2 points. So that effort gives him a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, and that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to...
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Trent Murphy able to record his 5th sack of the season. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. We've seen this a few times in this game. That offensive line just, I don't know if you want to call it out physical, out tough, whatever you want to use.
And what people do when that is happening, when they're getting dominated that way, they spread things out a little bit, make it more of a space game, and allow your skill position players to make a few plays out in open field.
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. Second and 5. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. T.J. Yeldon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Hauschka with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10.
No. Hey, watch it. Jim.
Here's a carry for the fullback. That's Anthony Sherman. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That good for 22 and a 1st down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give that sack to Harrison Phillips, the big man.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
To try again after the sack. Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Exit. Deuce. He's coming. We got double up.
Throwing on second and long. Mahomes. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Chris Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. Third and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
They're going to need some therapy after this. Delta. 38. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
On third and long, it's Mahomes. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point up and through. Elsewhere, they have gone to the third quarter now in Dallas. And the Cowboys now, they've opened things up in that one. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. On play action, they'll throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line.
Well, I tell you, you can't fault the pass protection here. He had all day to throw, and he just couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. And quarterbacks will tell you that after a while, they start getting antsy back there. So this is just a great job defensively to stay with these receivers as long as they did.
It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. They'll try and get it home with Sherman, the fullback. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Anthony Sherman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are once again going to retake the lead. The extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Let's go. 29 is the mic. Mike 29. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. 29 is the mic.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And this one caught by Beasley. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Buffalo. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to, and that's caught inside the 35. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. John Brown with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys are able to regain the lead. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Hauschka adds the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
Charlie. Watch twist. Watch the twist. Hey, Ripley. Alpha. 49. Focus, defense, focus. Motion. Hey, 57, color, 57.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ed Oliver picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here we go, D.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Pulled in at the 24. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They keep it with Yeldon on 1st down. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Like a freight train off the edge, Calais Campbell with a sack.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for the loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on second down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there, trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. Now, this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Williams. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. From the 38, Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. Mahomes now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Yellow.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mahomes. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Trent Murphy in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Mahomes to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. A well-executed safety blitz by Tony Jefferson leads to the sack.
Well, when this drive began, the offense only needed a field goal, but the defense ramped up the pressure, and after back-to-back sacks, they're feeling confident they might keep them off the board.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. Mecole Hardman the intended target.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
He's got a first down and more past the 30. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 35. That's the run he's been waiting for, Charles. He's been bottled up all game. That run alone got him more yards than he had in all his previous carries combined.
And don't think for a second he doesn't know that, because every back that I know can almost calculate every yard with every step that they take. He had to be frustrated because of what's happened during the game. Has to feel a lot better after that run.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They will run with Singletary. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. And they'll indeed take a knee.
The quarterback keeps it. A loss of a yard. It's 4th down. Today.
Obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though.